All right, everyone. It has been kind of a hectic and jumbled week. Take my earbuds out here so I can hear myself talk. Let's see. So I know I mentioned in one of the videos recently that Joe went down with the flu. Then I got hit with it, and then I think Chloe got a little bit of it as well. So it was kind of a rough week. No cameras in our face. We didn't literally do anything. Just had no energy. Like making a sandwich made me have to take a 2-hour nap. Anyways, Joe and I, while we were sick, had to force ourselves onto those snowmobiles and make a trip into town. And we just had to get a bunch of stuff done. Kyle left some important equipment here on accident. We had to go bring it to him. And we also we got 82 gallons of propane hauled in. So it was beneficial, but it was hard when you're down with the flu. Lifting those 170-pound propane tanks is even harder. Anyways, we are out here today feeling good, and I got cabin 3 behind me. Part of the construction site we got dumped on with about 12 to 14 inches of new snow. So like the moose antlers that were pinned up on cabin 3 got kind of buried. A lot of sun is melting the snow off of them in particular. But like right here, see if I can see it. Old deck rails. Joe and I are going to try and find all the ones that are lost under this new fresh powder and get them cut up into firewood, or, find out what's rotten, what's usable. Not a whole lot going on today. We're just going to kind of do some light chores since we're kind of getting back into it and feeling better health-wise. And then tonight is family night, so, more of a big family dinner, and the kids get to pick a movie and stuff. So not a whole lot going on. Anyways, just checking in. Yeah, for the first time in a bit. All right, so there is the wall of snow that we dig out from around the woodshed. This is pushing 4.5 feet tall. And we got Mr. Bo hanging out on top. Can you say hi?
Hi.
What are you doing?
Sit down.
Sitting down?
Phone.
No, you can't throw it at the phone. You can eat it. Show me you're eating it. Oh, does that taste good?
Dog poop.
Gross. Why would it taste like dog poop? Hi, girls. Getting some outside time. All right, so a long time lapsed. Joe and I got all those deck rails picked up in front of cabin 3 and cabin 2. I never did go check in with Joe. He was burning cardboard and tar paper. We took a 700-pound load of rolled roofing to the landfill in Palmer, and then burned some scraps of tar paper that didn't make it in the load. Anyways, that's what he was doing today, and not a whole lot else. I think we have battened down the hatches quite well because the forecast is calling for strong winds. And with this new fluffy powder, that means snow drifts everywhere. So we shall see what the evening brings. And tomorrow is shaping up to just be a work inside sort of day. Okay, so it was literally seconds ago in the video when I said Saturday is going to be an inside work day. But I woke up, went into the living room and heard drips. We have a leak in the house. So when it starts to warm up outside, the ice dams actually just barely separate from the metal roofing. And then if they don't separate out here where it's cold and there's no warmth like escaping up through the house, where the icicles are stays attached and really tight, pinned down to the sheet metal screws and the metal roofing. And then the detached part starts to pool up with liquid, And then if it pools up enough, works its way back to that first seam of the metal roofing, it starts to make its way down. We've really never torn into this roof and seen, what's below the first layer of metal roofing. Yeah, besides just getting the insulation wet, finding its way down the rafters and dripping. I don't know how it seems to make its way down. So you've seen in other videos where we have done this. I've got my tools here. I'm gonna get the shovel, the scoop, the broom, and the sledgehammer. All right, all my tools are down. I'm done. I exposed a big swath of brown metal roofing, but I think I found my two issues here. Number one, here's a big old crack, slice rather. It looks like shoving a knife through a soda can. The other issue I found is a missing screw here, and this was flapped way up. And when I lifted up even higher, a bunch of water started pouring out onto the snow underneath the eave here. And right here is where it's dripping in the house, right onto that windowsill. So I got two issues here. I've got Lexel, one of the only ones that you don't have to use a caulk gun. It's easy, just keep in the house, grab when you need it, and then you can put it on stuff when it's 0 degrees outside. So one of the few, you can put it on wet, it just can't be dirty. I'm gonna dry this really good with a paper towel and then put that on there. All right, there we go. So now the whole crack is covered by, it kind of looks like it's under a magnifying glass now. All right, so I spread that, and hopefully that will work in maybe a little more than just a temporary case. I don't know, the next ice dam we get up here could just rip it off, but we shall see. Now I gotta go get a big long sheet metal screw and tighten that down and hope that fixes our issue. We have gotten way more snow already in April than we did the whole month of March. The winter is not over until it just wants to be over. I think the latest we've gotten snow out here is May 13th. And so, none of this really surprises us. It just kind of gets you down. It kind of kills the morale a little bit when, everybody's excited about planting flowers and kind of getting on with springtime stuff. But, yeah, whether it looks like it or not, it's spring in Alaska.
I'm getting some firewood today. I'm not completely empty at my cabin, but it's low enough and I want to top it off because the next couple days are supposed to be extremely windy and possibly more snow. And those are the days that I don't want to be doing chores outside. So I'm going to be doing the chores today, try to get it done before the bad weather. It's April and it just keeps snowing on us. And the other morning, we had below 0 temperatures. It's absolutely insane. Now, all of our wood is actually split and stacked in this woodshed here, but some of the pieces are quite big. They work really well for the wood stove in the lodge where Zach and Alyssa live. My wood stove, where Bonnie and I live, is a very small wood stove, and although it can take the same length of firewood, it doesn't like to take the same, diameter, as it were, firewood. So I got to chop some of the pieces down. Most of them I've got to chop at least in half. Some of them in there are a good size, and I'll just throw them in. So that's the process that I do, and I'll haul these down to my cabin now. It's nice this time of year. I can pull the sled right up onto the porch. This porch is about 3 foot off the ground. Gives you an idea how much snow we have. And it is about 3 to 3.5 foot on the level right now. So I have this handy dandy little rolling wood tray, and I can roll it over by the fire, and then I roll it right over here by the door to fill it up. Just like that, the chore's over. Really pretty easy chore. I love going and getting firewood. I love splitting firewood, and I really don't mind bringing it inside our house. It's awesome to have a nice cozy fire on these days. So that about wraps it up for this episode. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and clicking on this video. We would love if you would hit that like button down below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave a comment. We love all your guys' comments, and we try our best to get back to all of them. And we want to wish you guys a happy Easter and enjoy spring, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. What you do for the shot.
Bramante Brothers.